All right. Welcome back to another Sunday with the Guys Next Door, brought to you by Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. I'm your host, Ron Arenas, with my co-host, Pastor John McLean.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that was good, man. You are getting so smooth, man. Goodness.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I don't even know what to say. I'll just sit back and enjoy the ride because you know what you're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I love being on this ride with you.
Well, yeah, me
Yeah.
too, man.
Yeah.
Me too. We have. Don't look at us like that, Will.
Are we having another moment?
Yeah, I guess so. We're having a bromance again. And people get uncomfortable when that happens.
You guys need me to step outside?
Just for a minute.
Yeah,
for a
just
minute,
one moment. Yeah, we're gonna tell each other how handsome we are real quick.
Nice.
But that other silky smooth voice that you hear is Will Pena from Tucson Pack and Ship.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, there he is.
Do your best. Good morning, Vietnam.
Good morning, Vietnam.
That was excellent,
Wow,
actually. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
you're hired.
That was darn good.
I'm
Yeah.
old enough to remember that
Yeah,
when it came
absolutely.
out.
Yeah, I knew you would. I knew you'd appreciate the reference as well.
Yeah. Hey, one of my favorites, man.
Yeah.
Robin Williams.
Yeah, Robin
God
Williams
bless
was
Robin
really
Williams.
good. Yeah. My favorite Robin Williams is actually Dead Poet Society.
Oh, that's a good one. My
Yeah.
captain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. I would
Let
go
me
with
get-
Aladdin.
I thought you were going to say Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, really? Interesting. Either that or Goodwill Hunting. I've seen Goodwill Hunting
yeah.
probably at least 100 times.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
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 Hmm.
That's what happens when you think you're really smart. Everybody you think you're Goodwill Hunting for some reason.
Ain't been there.
Right. We wouldn't know, but
Here I'm thinking.
we'll take your word on it.
I really like
it was
Mork and Mindy.
it was a
Yeah,
phase.
right.
It was a phase I went
Nanu,
through.
nanu.
I outgrew it.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
yeah, so
anyways.
Will, this is our friend Will here. Introduce
Hey,
him, please.
yeah, thank you.
those
Thank
who
you for
don't
having me
know.
again, guys. I really love being here with you guys, man.
I know,
It's always a blast.
It's
Oh,
great having you.
we're starting over. Yep.
Oh man, it's
Yeah.
always our best
I
segments.
know.
that-
What
yeah,
about-
we have to do it all
We're,
over again.
we're gonna go back and we're gonna be like, hey, this is wrong.
Yeah,
And that's
there we
real.
are.
Yeah.
Oh, man, how do we get that back? Tom, why? Why, Tom?
He wants us to practice.
He just did
Yeah.
not like that segment.
Yeah.
He wasn't a big Robin Williams fan.
Oh,
that's
okay.
right.
Oh. Okay. We'll try to replicate the excellence that was the last 3 minutes. Yeah.
I haven't been able to replicate those great 3 minutes since my honeymoon.
The following is paid for by Veteran Rescue Mission. The host is solely responsible for its content. Opinions expressed are those of the host and guests and not necessarily those of Bustos Media or its sponsors. Now, it's time for The Guys Next Door. Brought to you by Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. With Ron Arenas and Pastor John McLean.
All right. Welcome back to another Sunday with the Guys Next Door. I'm your host, Ron Arenas, and my co-host, Pastor John McLean.
Yes,
Brought to
sir.
you by Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and
Yep,
Plumbing.
That's exactly how you're supposed to say it. Well said, man. You've been
That's
practicing.
smooth.
Yeah, that wasn't all over the place at all. Yeah.
Oh,
That's good.
Yeah.
I know,
yeah.
and the crazy thing is, I know that you probably practice saying that as much as you practice saying it the right way. So.
You know,
yeah.
I don't practice it, but right now, right before, I did it in my head, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah, this is going to be great."
Yeah, it
and
was
then,
great. Yeah.
It wasn't great, but
I thought it was great. No, and in my heart, that was amazing. When you fumble and trip all over yourself, I have a special giggle every single
it's
time.
just a normal
yeah.
day.
I have a tally sheet at home that I just mark it up. Yeah,
man,
for
it must
sure.
be full.
It is. It is full. I have to get a new book.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I get one of those Picture Rocks books that you've given me. As you can see, I have my Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing pin, which you guys do have the best pins
Well,
in the
thank
city.
you.
So
Thank you.
for sure, if you haven't haven't been lucky to get any Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing swag, I highly and I highly recommend you inviting Frank the Tank to lunch because he will
There
certainly
you
give you
go.
some.
Yeah.
And he'll pay.
Yeah. Or he'll at least be there to wash dishes with you afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, because he doesn't run very fast.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Yeah, I trip him every time.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. You always want to go with someone slower than you.
Yeah, absolutely. I like to go camping with him, so that way if a bear is following us, I'll just outrun him.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, that's the rules of hiking. Yeah.
Yes.
You go with someone slower than you.
Very good. Do you have that same rule with cycling?
No, because I'm sometimes
You're
the
that
slower-
guy, huh?
yeah,
Oh, I'm
yeah.
sorry, bud.
A lot of times that I cycle, we cycle with a bunch of younger guys. So
yeah, I hate
and it's
that.
cool to train with them because I'm always trying to catch them.
Mhm.
But yeah, if a bear was chasing us, then
You're
I'd probably be
toast.
bear meat. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey guys,
That's
do we have a
okay.
guest today?
Yeah.
No. Oh, hey. Oh, look at him.
Hello.
I think
We're trying to replicate the goodness of the segment that we already missed.
Right.
Do you want to do your Good Morning Vietnam thing again?
I don't think I could.
you don't have it in you. You don't have two of them in you.
Good morning, Vietnam.
There you
Excellent.
go.
Excellent. Yeah, you've definitely done this before.
And that is Will Pena that you hear on that other microphone.
Yeah. Hello. Thanks
Yeah.
for having me back,
Yeah.
guys. Always a blast. I just was, wondering if I was just here to kind of look at you two
well-
while you guys converse.
Well, we
and-
thought you were a really good audience member, and we were like, since you're here, we might as well throw a mic in front of him. But
Yeah, he was a captive audience. So,
he is,
yeah.
he is, and it's fun. And every now and again, he throws like one of those like people in the audience that throws those little barbs at the comedian.
Oh yeah.
He throws some really good ones.
He's a heckler.
Yeah,
I'm a heck
he's
of a heckler.
He's a heck of a heckler for sure, and he happens to also be the founder and owner of Tucson Pack and Ship.
He is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as everybody that's listening can tell, he's a friend of ours. So
he is.
for
Yep.
sure. So don't.
We need a theme song for that.
Yeah.
Will is a friend of mine.
Will is a friend of mine. What do you got, Martin? Anything good? Nice. So
All right,
the
we'll
show
work on
is
that.
off the
We will-
rails.
We will work.
we are the
on
guys
that
next
one.
door.
Hey, how about them Cowboys? They are playing this next couple weeks, aren't they?
Yeah, next season, yeah.
for sure. I'm about to pull out my VCR.
I
and-
think they're
and
playing
maybe
against the
watch
49ers the
right?
next 2
get
weeks.
my VHS tape and I can watch the last time they won.
In the Super Bowl, yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Will, Tucson Pack and Ship.
Tucson Pack and
Right.
Ship.
Yeah, well,
So
we
tell us about
can ship your pants
Yeah.
Okay.
all day long.
And that's
Right.
all you need to know.
That's
Well,
all you need
thanks
to
for
know.
coming in, Will.
Yep, absolutely.
Will, what have you been up to? What kind of things are you getting yourself into?
Well, lately, the biggest news I've got is I have joined the board of Southern Arizona Book Heroes.
Nice.
Fantastic. And what is that? What is Southern Arizona Book Heroes?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we are a organization that collects books for kids.
Okay.
Basically, the first responders, we give them to first responders, and they kind of give them out to the kids that are in, some type of a traumatic event, whether it's a car accident or, a CPS visit, a fire, something like that, just to kind of get the kids' minds off of what is actually happening there.
Right, yeah.
So we collect new books and plushies and little things like that. We fill up a big old duffel bag and we give them out to first responders.
Oh, cool.
Firemen, police department here, Phoenix, Flagstaff area. We're trying to get all of Arizona.
Wow. Okay.
And we are hopefully going to try and at some point take this national.
oh,
That's
I mean,
cool.
Yeah.
kids figure the kids suffer trauma everywhere,
They do. Yeah.
not just in Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I hadn't considered that, but that it makes perfect sense. I mean, and realistically, it doesn't make sense that there isn't a program like this already nationally, because it's something that's much needed. Like you were mentioning, whether a kid's dealing with, pretty much when a kid's dealing with one of the most traumatic situations that they'll ever deal with in their life,
Yeah.
they need whatever comfort that they could possibly find. Whether that's a book and teddy bears, different things that are included in these packages that Southern Arizona Book Heroes gives out. So it's super cool. But I mean, even in addition to that, it seems to be a common theme that either we find ourselves working together with these organizations to help or just I hear about another organization that you're part of to help speak to that, either as a culture of Tucson Pack and Ship of yourself, or these the not just Southern Arizona Book Heroes, but the array of organizations that you have worked with or do work with to try to help the community.
Yeah, absolutely. Another one that's kind of close to our hearts here is going to be Milagro en el Barrio.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, there we collect toys for Christmas for the basically the kids of South Tucson. That's I mean, they're welcome to come from everywhere, but where we give them out is actually in South Tucson. So but and we're actually looking to expand that organization as well. Where we can try and help children and families, not just during Christmas time, but we're going to start focusing on that, where we can figure out different things that we can do to help children and families throughout the year.
That's
whether
nice.
it's back to school supplies, whether it's jackets, whether it's food, everything like that. So we've we're really taking Steve Nunez's Milagro en el Barrio. We're going to take it up to another level now. And
Wow. It seems like it's gotten bigger every year.
it has.
Yeah,
It has. and
rightfully
it's-
so.
Yeah.
I mean, powerhouses just around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Just like I mentioned, I believe last time we were able to give out over 4,000 toys to over 2,000 kids.
Wow.
That's
So
amazing.
that's it was great.
Yeah.
What about yourself? Like, what? I mean, I ask Ron this regularly as well. Like, what calls you to do this stuff? You already do so much within your organizations. Like, what calls you to serve the community even above and beyond being a reputable organization?
Well, I mean, for me, growing up, we didn't have a whole lot, and as we've become adults and become professionals in our fields, we've been blessed. We've been able to make a little bit more money than what our parents made, and we're able to help out a little bit more. So, I remember back those times when just for Christmas, for instance, where you maybe had one gift under the table, and then you had a stocking that had an orange and some nuts in it or something. And that was back then it was fine because that's what we knew. That's what we knew. We felt blessed at that point. But looking back now, that we can actually help these children and help families that can kind of give them a better holiday season.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
to me,
Christmas
that's
time
everything.
can definitely put stress on a family. When
absolutely.
if they can't provide stuff for the kids, the kids are expecting
Right.
gifts and stuff. I mean, especially how commercialized everything's been, and just from all the information that
Right.
kids have access to now.
Sure,
Now they
sure.
know what they want.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, the kids don't know that there's rent to pay, there's utilities
Right.
to pay, there's the different things that as adults that we're responsible for.
Yeah.
Putting clothes on their backs,
Mhm.
food on their table, all that good stuff, and they don't know all this. They just
Right.
see gifts. That
Yeah.
people are getting toys, people are getting.
Yeah,
Mm.
their friends are
So-
getting
yeah,
them, or their
absolutely.
cousins are getting them.
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
So it can really put some stress on a family if they aren't able to provide some of those things.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah.
that's basically what touches me, and
Yeah.
why I.
Yeah,
I
it's,
do
you
this.
have me speechless, as you can tell, just because you hit me right in the feels. You almost made me cry right there, just because it put into perspective the different things that move people to help. And thank you for sharing that
No.
with us, because that certainly means a lot. And you're certainly been a good friend to me. It's been great working on different things with you in the community, and I'll be certainly watching and learning from you moving forward on how I can better help. So. For
Yeah.
those who want to connect with Tucson Pack and Ship, we've got about 30 seconds. We have to jump out of here. Tell them how they can do that.
Sure. Best way is going to be to get all of our information. Just go online to www.packandshiptucson.com.
All right. Well, thank you, Will, for being with us.
No, thank you guys. Love you guys. And,
Yeah.
We love you.
we hope to be back again.
Oh, you will, definitely. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Tucson Pack and Ship, Steamy Concepts, Tucson Tamale, Piper Family Painting, and Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Absolutely. And also go to, what is it, Common Good? What is it? What is it again? CommonGoodTucson.com to find out more about the Guys Next Door radio show, as well as check us out on our YouTube page where you can see all of our past interviews, as well as our Facebook page. I would say check us out on TikTok for the next 70 days while it still exists. We got some cool dance moves that we'll be doing during the break. So we'll catch you after the break.
All right, welcome back. Thank you for staying with us at The Guys Next Door, brought to you by Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. I'm your host, Ron Arenas, with my co-host, Pastor John McClain, and our special co-host, Will Pena.
I like to think of as celebrity co-host.
Oh, celebrity
because he's like a
co-host.
local celebrity in my heart, and actually, I think it's just in general. Like from what I'm seeing, there's not too many places I go that if I say the name Will Pena, much like our next guest, that they don't have some recognition of it. So,
Well, the funny thing is, it's the first day we've met.
Yeah, it's I've seen you before.
We've seen each other before. But yeah.
celebrity co-host.
Yeah,
see?
celebrity co-host.
I know who you are.
Yeah.
So welcome, Matt Horn from Steamy Concepts.
Thank you.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good. Enjoying this weather we have right now. It's kind of
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go on different sides of town, and it's raining in one place, and it's dry in another place, and
Yeah, I got my car
Typical
washed.
Tucson.
I
Oh,
got my
did
car-
you?
I got my car washed a few days ago, and I drove through a puddle today. I was so mad.
yeah.
Guess that's Tucson, right?
Yeah, that's
That's
Tucson.
Tucson.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about Steamy Concepts.
Oh well, let's see. Founded in 1998. We're going into our 27th year in business in March.
Man, all right.
Family owned and operated.
Yeah.
So my wife and I have been running things since the beginning, and we're still running things every single day. So we clean carpet, upholstery, tile and grout, and also do a lot of water damage and mold remediation work.
Okay.
You know something I saw the other day, and I'm glad we have you here because when I saw it, I was like, man, I can't wait to have Matt in studio again so we can talk about it. Because just recently we were talking about with actually Ron's print guy back when he had just one truck. Back when he just had one truck. And I was watching one of your videos, and you're very fun to follow on social media, where you're just kind of like walking through your guys' lot and just showing all your trucks, just talking about just, how proud you were of, that, how far you guys have come, and rightfully so. So talk about that, like that one truck moment to, now here you are. And clearly, you're thankful and so grateful for how far you've come and that culture that you've built within Steamy Concepts to get here.
Well, before we were Steamy Concepts, it was just Matt, and I had some experience cleaning carpet and stuff, and I was framing houses and delivering newspapers and, whatever paid the bills. And my grandma, who had passed away, had an old Pinto wagon, and my dad picked it up, and he became his Pinto wagon. And then I bought this portable machine, and it became my work truck. And so on the weekends, I was a weekend warrior. I would just go out and clean friends' carpet and stuff like that. And that was before Steamy Concepts. When we decided to open Steamy Concepts, I was so proud. I got my first van. The year was 1998. It was a 1990 van. The driver's side front fender was smashed. That's how I bought it.
Right.
And the machine would catch on fire sometimes.
Yeah, but it was only 8 years old, so that's pretty good.
It was beat for 8
Yeah.
years old, let me tell you.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it started. And, I sacrificed a lot. Worked literally day and night, 7 days a week. I went to, I literally opened up the phone book looking for apartment complexes. So like, how do I get fast work? How can I get fast work?
Yeah.
So I started in the A's, and I got Arboretum, Arizona Commons. Somewhere I got to the C's, and Casa de Sherry was one of my last ones. And I would just call them and be like, hey, do you need a carpet cleaner? I clean carpets. And they'd be like, Steamy Concepts, what kind of a name is that? I was like, it's original. Okay. So that's just kind of how it started.
Nice.
Wow, that is so cool. But I can. That's familiar. Working the 7 days a week and just pounding the pavement and getting that work.
If you don't put in the work, you're not going to get the results. So
Yeah.
Well,
that's right.
I think this is kind of a good question for all you, and maybe even bringing Will kind of into the question as well. When did you know, or did you know, that transition point when it went from that 7 days a week pounding the pavement to, okay, I'm now an established business. I got employees. We're now a culture. It's not just Matt or Ron or Will doing everything, but there's a culture, there's other people, and there's something infrastructure that we're building here.
I'll let you know when that happens.
For sure.
I think my wife wanted to divorce me at one point. And I was kind of deterred. She's like, if you're going to be gone all day and all night, 7 days a week, then, trust, right? Trust. I mean, handing those keys over to an employee that's been with you for like 3 weeks and saying good luck. It just wasn't really something I could do.
Yeah.
So had to get employees that we could trust.
Yeah.
You know, so we got to a point where we had to make a decision to drug test and background check employees.
Yeah.
And once and we talk about like a relief, the accidents stopped.
Yeah.
You know, so just making little decisions like that help
Right.
pave the road.
Right. And you kind of, it's almost like raising kids too. You just kind of give them a little bit more freedom, a little bit more freedom, a little bit more freedom. Then pretty soon they're doing stuff on their own and you can just step back and watch them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we've got people training for like 6 months to a year before we let them go on their own.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just because we want to make sure they can deliver what we promise to our clients.
Yeah. That's right. I mean, at the end of the day, all we have is our name.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, the trust, that's to me, that's one of the biggest things. That's one of my biggest challenges.
Yeah.
I know I need to hire somebody else for the pack and ship, but for me to be able to leave them there by themselves and expect them to take care of our clients the same way that we do, that's one thing that's really hard for me to let go of right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to comment on that if I can, if you
Sure,
don't mind, because
of
I
course.
honestly don't know your business. I just know pack and ship. But when I think of it, and I don't know if other consumers do, I think of like the UPS store. Is it similar?
It's very similar, only
So-
locally owned, yeah.
I don't like going into a couple of those stores, not because there's anything wrong with the brand, but because the people inside don't care. And my wife literally goes to one closer to us. Further from us than what's closer to us, when she has to do like Amazon returns and stuff like that, because you have to take them there. And she goes to that one because they're helpful and they're nice, but the other one, they're just rude.
Yeah.
So I think I get it. Like employees, if they don't understand that you're trying to make customers come back,
Yeah.
they're going to treat them poorly. And, so.
Oh,
And I can tell you, I
definitely.
know many years ago, Steamy Concepts came out to do our home, and phenomenal job, very professional, very well trained employees, real professional, and we were completely happy with that. So.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. Now my wife's going to have to go to your location. And make sure we use this.
Right.
No, I cringe actually when people tell me, "Hey, I've had you guys come and clean my carpet," and I cringe. I really do. I cringe because it doesn't matter if I had 99 people love me. I'm waiting for the one that didn't, and it happens.
Yeah.
And we fix those things. But I'm glad you had a great experience.
Yeah. But it's definitely, it's the culture that you built there. Your employees are great. They really are.
Yeah, thanks, Ron. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I like your employees too.
Yeah.
And I almost feel like this next question I'm going to ask or answer the same, because I know I've asked Ron it before, and he answers when it comes to his employees, particularly certain employees, he looks for him. He seeks out certain type of people. Would you say that same thing? Because I know we've had Garrett here in studio before, and that he's certainly the type of guy you go seek out, and you go kind of partner yourself with, because just the same with a lot of the people with Picture Box Cooling and Plumbing, real high caliber character, quality people that you keep around you.
So I, of course, run ads just like anybody else, but I have headhunted plenty of employees. I've known Garrett since he was in high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he's worked for me. I think he came and went like 2 or 3 times because he's trying to get his career path set, and every time it worked. But Tony Spazowski, who's my director of operations for Steamy Concepts Water Damage Division, I recruited him. He worked at a car dealer, sold us a car, and his passion was not what you expect from a car salesperson, right? Everybody has this bad picture image of a car salesman, and we recruited him. Jason Levetter, who's another one of my water damage managers, I recruited him. I've recruited a lot of my staff, just people that I would meet. James, who is my office manager for the carpet cleaning division, I recruited him from Taco Bell. Literally worked the drive-through at Taco Bell, and I literally, the first time I heard his voice and heard him talk, I looked at him. I said, "We got to hire this guy. I want him answering my phones."
Yeah.
So yeah, I completely.
Yeah, that's funny because in our last manager meeting, I told all the managers, I said, when you're out at like fast food restaurants, I said, notice the people that are helping you, that are serving you. And if they're good service people, if they look at you in the eye, if they talk to you, if they care about what they're doing, if we have an opening down the road, that might be someone to go back and look at.
Absolutely.
At least talk to them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have always believed hire the person.
Yeah.
Hire the
Hire
person.
character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And that
You can teach them.
You can teach
Yeah.
the job.
Yeah.
The job can be taught.
Right.
But character
Character is pretty much number one thing. Yeah.
A work ethic these days is not something you find easily. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, I mean, kind of to close on this note, and we'll kind of get to the contact information for people who want to utilize your services. I was recently having a conversation with the head of La Frontera, which is one of the largest baby health organizations in Tucson. And he was saying, for a lot of organizations, the COVID money that we've been seeing in 2020, it's starting to dry up. So the culture of work ethic in businesses is going to start changing. So hopefully, real soon, we'll actually see people get that back, because that monies that we were getting that was kind of making us a little soft is going to be drying up real soon. But
makes sense.
That aside, for people who want to utilize Steamy Concepts, one, what's kind of like that menu of the services, and then how can they do that if they want to utilize those services?
The services that we provide, mostly carpet cleaning, tile cleaning, upholstery cleaning. Okay, those are going to be the three main services we offer on the cleaning side. Water damage restoration, mold removal. If you think you have mold, if you think you have water damage, all you have to do is call us. There's no charge for us to come out and take a look at it, and we'll identify it easily. And the website is the very best way. Just steamyconcepts.com.
Nice.
Wow, that is easy.
Easy.
Yeah. All right. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Steamy Concepts, Tucson Pack and Ship, Piper Family Painting, Tucson Tamale, and Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Absolutely. And definitely, as we always say, go to commongoodtucson.com. Check out more about the show, as well as the other work that we do, helping homeless veterans, as well as go to picturerockscooling.com to find out what you can do in getting your cooling, heating, and plumbing needs taken care of. And if you want to, if you don't have anything else going on, you might as well tune in again next week, Sunday at 4 p.m. Check us out on YouTube and Facebook. We'll be back next week. You have a good one. And as I always tell you, don't forget to wash behind your ears. It's very important. It's, it's a hygiene thing. We got health going on. It's not just about you. It's about your family and your children. We're all here. We care. It's a community.
We'll see you next week.